1, go. Hello, this is JT's Reborn here with the entire crew of Epichorrorfans, and welcome to another edition, another episode, another whatever the hell you're going to call it, of Trailer Talk. Terror Trailer Talk, I should say. I'm here with AJ Punk 15, Sexy Danny 21 Awesome, and Spider Jack Angel, who is on leave wherever he is at, and we're ready to talk about some trailers. Now, we have 3 trailers today. One for the new trailer of Carrie, The Conjuring, and The Purge. So let's discuss them, starting with Spider Jack. What did you think of the trailer for? We'll go alphabetically. Carrie. What did you think of the new Carrie trailer?
Well, I have to say, I think it looks rather interesting. I mean, I have never read all of the Carrie books, but this seems like the first movie in terms of Carrie-wise that where they're diving in like right away, explaining that there's other individuals out there that have certain powers, like Carrie is developing and all that stuff. So I mean, I'm going into this movie with a very open mind, but my only doubt in the film is the blood doesn't look that great, and that's my only complaint with the trailer. I thought the new trailer for Carrie looked really good.
Alright, so I'm going to move it on to Danny. What did you think of the new Carrie trailer?
I thought it looked really good. I kind of get what Spider Jack Angel was saying about the blood. The blood looks a lot blacker than the blood in the original movie, but I think that's because it's supposed to be pig's blood, and maybe pig blood is more of a blacker kind of blood. I'm not an expert on this, but I guess it is. And in the original Carrie movie, they actually used red maple syrup, and that's why it was such a bright red. So I think it's a little bit hard.
Yeah, corn syrup they used.
Yeah, I think
they have to use the same corn syrup in like the remake or something similar to, because it was about the same color. Maybe it was, the remake was maybe a little bit more darker, but it was about the same mixture.
Yeah, it's darker in this movie, but I think that might be because they're trying to go with the idea that it's pig's blood. That's what I'm getting. I think the movie looks pretty good. I think the new actress,
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah, from Kick-Ass. I think she's doing a really good job. I think she's just as good as Sissy Spacek from the original.
From what we've seen so far.
I like her interpretation on the character. And I think it looks like a really interesting movie. I'm really excited about it. I like the trailer. I think it's going to be hard for people to accept the remake of Carrie because it's such a classic, but I think that what they're trying to do in it is go in a new direction that's different than the original movie. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff from the book that wasn't in the original film, basically. So I think it's going to be good.
Okay, now moving on to...
People can accept that there was a Carrie musical and a Carrie remake before this one. I think it's pretty much, people can accept another Carrie film.
Yeah, I mean, after, the Rage Carrie 2, I mean, I can't remember which one was a really bad one. I don't know.
I actually would not consider any of the Carrie movies bad. I actually liked all of them. Even though the third one was a TV remake, I really like that as well. I mean, probably the one good thing about Rage Carrie 2 is probably the fact that you expected everybody in the football team to die, and they all did, and they all deserved it.
I guess so. So, let's move it on to AJ Punk 15 with his thoughts on the Carrie trailer. Go ahead.
I'm probably going to start off with the positive aspects from the trailer first, which are obviously Chloe Grace Moretz and Julianne Moore's performances. I think they're probably going to be the best part of the movie, whereas the negative parts of the film definitely going to be the CGI work. I think think they're relying too heavy on it, and it could go either way, I guess. But I guess we'll see what happens when it comes out. I don't know, kind of to me, like, some of the scenes just looked unrealistic. And
Yeah, I could see
really
the CGI was
flat
pretty obvious.
Yeah, like, there's a scene where a car is coming at Carrie and she uses telekinetic powers, and I guess, and stops it. It almost looked like the car wasn't even part of a shot, it just like got thrown in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's due to budgeting or not, but
Well, there was a car that comes at her in the original one, and it just blows up, and then another one in the first remake that comes at her, and she shoots up in a tree. Well,
but it's all real done. There's no CGI work back then.
It's practical work.
Now, yeah, there's a lot of practical work and stuff, and now they rely heavily on CGI because it's cheaper.
Yeah, I'm not saying CGI is easy
done.
work, because it's not, but we've seen CGI done very well in a lot of films. It's just like, you gotta get the right people to do so.
Well, I think telekinesis works really well in a CGI environment because you can take things and flip them around and stuff. I think that the film might actually work really well with CGI. I mean, if they mix in with practical effects.
Yeah, you can't have...
Exactly, you need like 50-50.
Or
yeah,
maybe
like
70-30.
what they did with The Exorcist, remember, where she's walking backwards and they have the little pieces of string holding her up and they remove it with CGI.
See, that's when CGI is at its best, when they remove stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did
Like
that...
in the Evil Dead remake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or
I
like
don't think the CGI was that great in the Evil Dead. Well, I should say practical.
Actually, almost 100% free.
Yeah, treats its own.
Alright, I guess I'll finish up what I think of the new trailer. It looks interesting. I mean, Chloe Grace Moretz, she's a very good actress, especially for her age. And for once, they cast a high school age actress to play a high school age student for once. It's about damn time. I mean, Sissy Spacek, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, was like 30 when she played Carrie. And, I mean, it's about damn time. I mean, cast high schoolers to play high schoolers. I mean, they're in high school, they should know what to do. But, yeah, I pretty much agree with what all of you are saying. It looks interesting. The CGI does look pretty bad at parts, and the good things are probably going to be Carrie herself and, Julianne Moore. I think we're going to finally see a lot more carnage in this one than we have the other ones because, they have more of a budget and they can do a lot more things now than they could back then. So it looks pretty good. Looking forward to it. Alright, so next we're going to go on to the trailer for The Conjuring. And I guess I'll do the same order again, but The Conjuring is the new James Wan film, the director of Insidious and Saw. It's his new ghost story. And, yeah, I'm going to start with Spider Jack Angel. What do you think of the new trailer for The Conjuring?
Well, I think it looks okay. I would have to say that The Conjuring does seem like it's a little bit like the same sort of style Insidious was, but I mean, I couldn't make out 100% what to think of the movie by that first trailer alone. So I'll probably wait until I see like a second trailer for the film to give you my
I think that the most recent trailer, I'm not sure if that was the first or second, but we'll have it in the link box or whatever for anyone to check it out. I mean, I'm excited, because it's from the same people who made Insidious, which was, the best, PG-13 horror movie in a long time. I mean, it actually had some good scares in there. But you have to be in the theater really to understand that. But anyways, continue.
That's pretty much it. I mean, I would have to see more of it, but however, I think the movie looks okay. I will probably check it out when it comes to theater.
Okay, well, Danny, what do you think of the new trailer?
I really like the casting choices. They got the mother from Bates Motel in it. They got Night Owl from Watchmen. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. They got a lot of really great talent. And the guy who played Night Owl, he also was in Insidious. So he has a really good range of different people that he can play. So I think from the trailer, it looks little similar to Insidious, I would say, but
Yeah, almost like a prequel.
but then also it looks like a crossover between like Insidious and kind of like Grudge, I would say. You know, it's got that little Grudge feeling to it, but also Insidious. It looks like like a hybrid or something. That's how I would describe the trailer. But I think it looks really cool, and I'm really excited for it. I'm definitely going to check it out when it comes out on Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, me too. Anticipation is growing. So, AJ Punk, would you like to continue where you left off? What you thought of the new trailer?
Sure. I'm not gonna lie. What Brian said about a sequel to Insidious, to me it kind of seems like, I don't know if you guys remember in Insidious itself, they had like investigators that actually went into people's houses. And,
Yeah, Specs and
I can't remember the
Tucker.
guy's name.
Specs and Tucker.
To me, it kind of seems like they got the idea from that and kind of branched into this film and kind of put it back into a different day. And, I don't know. I really like the actors that are going to be in it. With Patrick Wilson, Gerald Funny, Ron Livingston, and the little girl from Dark Knight Rises is going to be in it. He played young Sally Rule. So it'll be interesting to see what he's going to do. I mean, James Bond is known to scare attacks with him. He did Bumps, and I believe he did Saw.
Yep. See, he's pretty much the best thing that like horror genre really has going for as far as like movies, like making like popularity wise. I'm saying, you know, with Saw, Insidious, and then
between him and Ty West is pretty good.
I guess I'll finish up. I mean, I'm excited simply because he made Insidious. That really boosted my anticipation value, you know, for something like top notch. It does remind me a lot of Insidious, but then again, most goes because of, you know, really just the director. If it was something else, if it wasn't, you know, from James Wan, I wouldn't think Insidious. But then again, I'm hoping for something that's like on the level of Insidious. Then again, I'm almost feeling like this is just his transition film while he was like getting ready to make Insidious 2, you know. So we'll see where it goes from there. But I am excited for this. I mean, you know, he's a pretty good director, so we'll see where it goes from there. And I guess now it's time to talk about the final trailer on today's episode of Terror Trailer Talk. We're going to take a look at The Purge. Now, I have a lot to say about this one, but I'm going to go with Spider-Jack and then, you know, continue onward. So, Spider-Jack, what did you think of the new trailer for the movie The Purge that premiered before Evil Dead?
Honestly, I'm really excited for it. I mean, I think the whole idea is actually really neat. I mean, I basically, after seeing the trailer and checking out IMDb and all that stuff, I found out that the idea was used quite a frequent time before this movie. They used it for one Judge Dredd comic book. I forget which one, but they used it for one comic book of Judge Dredd, and then they used it another time for episode of Star Trek. And I have to say, you know, from the trailer to The Purge, you know, I'm really excited for it. I like the idea that, you know, they're living in a society where the law basically kind of allows them to murder whoever they want for one night and all that stuff. But then, you know, it kind of raises the question in the trailer, you know, is some of the government and all that stuff participating in all this, and like how do they, you know, select the person that they're going to murder, because the fact that it seems like they only have one person that they want to murder. And, you know, the trailer I thought was very neat and also raised a lot of questions in my mind. I mean, I'm really anxious to see it in theaters.
Alrighty then. So now I'll go to Danny. What did you think of the new trailer for The Purge?
Well, honestly, I thought it looked kind of ridiculous, actually. I still really like the masks that
Oh yeah, those masks. It reminded me. It was like The Strangers 2 almost. It felt like.
That's what I was gonna say, and I never liked the movie The Strangers. I always hated that movie, and I was always excited about that movie. I think I was was talking on Spider Jack Angel about how excited I was for that movie when it was coming out. I'm not sure, but I think I was. I was telling somebody about how excited I was, and then I finally saw that movie, and I really didn't like it that much. And I think the masks just look horrible. They look ridiculous. Like there's a cat person coming at you. I just can't take it seriously. You know, it's like a comedy kind of. I mean, I guess that's what they're going with. You know, they want kind of
like
like
unintentionally funny. Like
yeah, I think they're doing it on purpose.
like the killers have a sadistic humor.
Yeah, like
Well, I'm hoping that it's more of a darker film, actually. I mean, I hope that it's not, like, humorless. I'm hoping for more of, like, a darker, scenario where basically by the end of the film or whatever, you're basically left with, the question if, this is really, right, if this actually serves a deeper meaning than what we're seeing from the trailer. I'm hoping that this movie really does deliver in terms of everything.
I was just thinking of that episode of South Park, like crab people, except cat people. Cat people.
Cat people.
I'm sorry. I just think the mask looks so funny, but maybe the movie could be like totally sadistical and like really creepy, and maybe the masks are just there to look ridiculous, kind of like maybe like the Scream movie, but how the masks look ridiculous, but like
it's just classic,
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, and plus, we only got to see some of the mask. I mean, there could be like more than just one mask per individual. So
yeah, we only got to see a little bit, so we'll know when it comes out. But
maybe it has something to do with the sadistic side of these individuals wearing the masks.
see that I would be so down for that.
all right, well, AJ Punk, what would you like to add to this?
I guess one thing I could add is maybe they're only wearing the mask to get inside the house so they can't, their faces aren't seen. Maybe for like we actually get into the film after like the first half hour or so of up, when they build the suspense a bit. Maybe when they start breaking into houses, maybe the masks aren't even on. And maybe that was just a ploy kind of thing, like to make them scared. I mean, if someone comes to your house with a mask, it's a lot more scared than someone who can actually see their face. It's kind of what Halloween is all about with Michael Myers, if you think about it.
And we can see Michael Myers, right back there.
Yeah, and I guess I can't really judge a film about how ridiculous a mask is. I mean, the original Halloween mask is a William Shatner death mask, and that's just ridiculous, but it works for the movie. So maybe these cat masks work,
Maybe we'll have to see it. Anything else you want to add?
This isn't actually about the film itself, but have you guys seen the new trailer for the Amazon Zombieland TV show?
No. I heard about it, but I was going to take a look at it later.
If you guys want to check it out after the video, when we're done recording.
Yeah, I guess we'll post a link for it for anyone afterwards.
It's made by the same people who made it, but I think they totally missed the boat. This one.
Oh well.
Not the same.
Not the same.
That's all I wanted to say.
But anyways, back to the Purge. Is there anything else you really want to add to it, or should I?
No, take it from there.
Okay, well, the Purge. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna go see it.
Wait, I just wanted to say one thing. Did you like how it kind of like is supposed to be like a futuristic America? They show the American flag at the end. But what did you think about that, Sean? I wanted to ask you.
Well, let me just start out. When the trailer started, when I was in the theater for Evil Dead, I see this thing. It was like America, blah 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 blah. Crime is at unemployment and crime are at 1%. I just let out this obnoxious laugh, like ha, like ha, and then everyone in the theater started laughing a lot, and I'm just like, this movie, it looks so stupid. I'm sitting there with a bunch of my friends, we're watching it, we're just laughing at the trailer. I'm like, I think this movie's gonna be really stupid. I mean, you all can say what you want, but I think it just looks like it could be like really dumb, kind of funny. But it just doesn't seem that good to me. It's just like unemployment crime 1%. I don't think I'm really excited for this one. I mean, I think the other two movies, The Conjuring and Carrie, look a lot better. The Purge just looks pretty stupid to me.
I gotta agree with Sean on that. The mask do kind of take me out of it. I mean, if the mask was scarier or more sadistic, I think I would be more intrigued.
But it's not really just.
Bird mask. It's kind of kind of scary.
Yeah, but it's not always just the mask. A lot of it does have to do with just the concept and just the way it's kind of laid out, and just those moments at the beginning of the trailer that just made me like burst out laughing, and just the thoughts in my head while watching the trailer. I don't know. It could be good, but you never know. So we'll see how things turn out for it. But I think we covered pretty well in this episode, and thank you everyone for watching this episode of Terror Trailer Talk. We'll all be back soon, I think, for maybe like Friday the 13th.
The next thing is we're going to be doing is going to be the Evil Dead trilogy, and I've just talked to hi, this is Derek, and he has agreed to be our special guest for the Evil Dead trilogy.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes,
so,
I need that sound effect whenever I say excellent. But
so he's going to be on the show. So.
Okay, Evil Dead trilogy, ready to conquer it again.
All right.
Okay, so this is Epichorrorfans. I'm JT's Reborn, Spider Jack Angel, Sexy Dane 21 Awesome, and AJ Punk 15 saying, have a nice night, everyone. Like this video, comment, subscribe. Tell us more what you want to see. Give some suggestions. And I think, what else is coming out? Lords of Salem. If one of us gets a chance to, I think one of us will see and then, do a review for the channel or something.
Might be able to see it and just see if they come.
There's no place where I'm at right now that's showing it. I actually checked as well, so.
Yeah.
I think that when it comes out on Blu-ray here, Sean and I will do a review on it together for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Adam can do an early review because he'll see it on demand.
Early?
They should have it on demand due to the low release date of the film. I mean,
yeah, they do that with a lot of things. Like they do that with, they try doing that with, but they have like the price really high for the on-demand rental. But oh well, like VHS.
They did it with Human Centipede. Oh, films.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things I don't really understand is why it's come out in UK first. Because
well, just about everything comes out in the UK first.
Yeah.
Transformers even came out in the UK first.
The Avengers. The only movie that didn't come out in the UK first was The Dark Knight Rises because they realized Batman was made in America.
And Candyman is already in the UK on Blu-ray. Come on, release Candyman.
Oh well. Well, this is a big argument. Everyone doesn't want to hear this. But thank you for watching. We'll see you all later. Have an awesome night.